I'm about as real as they come.
All my beats tailored by Joe.
House Digital.
Maserati Rick in Detroit, convertible bird in Miami. Graduated summa cum laude, strip club made a tsunami. Carlton Hines with the ball game, Grateful Edmonds with the snowflakes, Craig Pettis in the M-Town, Sal Magluta with the boat game, Falcone with the cocaine, like Freeway Ricky with the plug game, like Monster Cody in South Central, Larry Davis from close range.
It's 2-something, it's finna go down. The club just finna let out. This how we do it in H-Town.
They was high. You know, Smitty had everybody going to Third Ward on Rosalie getting that fry. They call it wet now. Music slow. So one day we was riding, Friday night was Carrington's. And everybody be talking about Caro now, yeah. You niggas don't get the pillars no credit. The legends don't get no credit. Carrington was just a pool hall. That's right. That's all. Nigga, when we come through there, we made Carrington what Carrington. That parking lot got lit up not because it was a pool hall, because Smitty, Keith Babbitt, Anthony Benjamin, Lean, all these baller ass niggas, Craig Hicks, was at Carrington. And all of them suffer from a tricking disorder. So them girls knew with them type of niggas inside Carrington's, the damn pool hall was one bigger than goddamn Beverly. Or smaller. And man, and catch that 77 Martin Luther King, he dropped out by Timmy Chance, and watch them boys a car show every Sunday. That boy Smitty with the too fancy.
But again, we was in the game to make money, take care of our wife and our family, our children. We were not in the game to kill each other.
So was it a lot in Houston? How was the violence? Like with the drug game, like what you had going on?
We were fighting,
right?
But it was never killing. When Smitty killed Johnny Hickman,
this is what you call a high crime area.
Walk a neighborhood with Reggie Gordon, and you can hear his passion.
We must all get involved.
He himself spent time in prison and now is a community activist.
It's been a big pet peeve of how do we bring these kind of violent behaviors on senseless crime to a halt.
But before you can stop crime, you have to understand where it's happening. KHOU 11 investigates, crunched the numbers, and found the top 3 zip codes with the most murders through August of this year. Number 3, 77033. That's Southeast Houston, the South Park neighborhood with 10 murders.
That's right, little mama. Do that for daddy. Yeah. And man, she said a few days, she called me that morning. What you got for daddy?
Hey, this the deal, but I'm gonna need to talk to you in person. Look, they got like 75 to 100 of them things, but we gotta replace them because they got an inventory. They gotta take them from downtown and move them.
Move them well.
On Macau, well, that's where they burn them at.
Really? So I immediately called my boy Smith, man. I say, Smitty, them old funny things, man, I'm gonna need about 100 of them, man. And that boy said, man, stop playing, man. I said, I need 100 of them. And he was like, man, 100 for what? I said, man, I got a lick set up, man. We need to swap them. And man, that nigga went to work, man. Made them dummies, man, and made that damn swap. And man, it was the shortest for a month and a half, and man, it was on and popping, man. Them niggas didn't know what happened and when did it happen. And, man, they was talking, man, they said, and you know, my name is hated up on. Cause I'm so fancy, you know, I'm a cute nigga with that finger wave. And you know, they couldn't stand Smitty cause you know, he's riding around with Pepper, the Rolls Royce. You know, they never could stand Smitty. And then 2 of the hated up on niggas end up with some dope after a month and a half. And I just milked them niggas ass with that $800 an ounce. We sitting on the goddamn 75 to 100 damn keys. Real keys. And man, look here, nobody know where we got them from. Was none of their business. The less the best. And guess what? Man, when the sound hit the streets, it went through the north, the southwest, everywhere, man. They had to come see us, man. And niggas was already nervous because we be licking, jacking, and robbing, but you had to come take a chance to spend your money. And man, I had $800 an ounce every last one of them damn things, man. I wouldn't say nobody no way. Niggas was coming talking, man, how much you do 2 things for? I said, man, $800 an ounce is 36 a key. Do do your mathematics. Damn, keep Babin, man, you got it. Damn, man, 30 is 24,000. I said, yeah, shit. I said, yo, you got it. Shit, or you gonna lose that big old pretty house you got on Champion Ford.
Now, when I say the most requested person that I've been asked to cover, and it's probably not even going to be close. Now, the game has seen bigger names like Supreme McGriff or Freeway Ricky Ross, Rayful Edmonds. You can probably name 50 other people if we being honest. But if you're talking about being beloved in your city, you're going to have to try your hardest to find any other people that's ranked higher than the person that we covering today. Yo, we back. It's Shay's Popalot. Salute the almighty mob. Now, this story got us posted in Texas, H-Town, the southeast side. I would say meet us in South Park, but the whole Houston could feel this one. Now, today I'm going to try to do my best to tell you guys the story of a Houston legend that it seems like no matter who you ask about him, they'll tell you how loved he was, but they could also tell you how feared he was. And that person that I'm talking about is going to be a guy by the name of Carl Smitty Smith. Now, Smitty is what I would like to call a ghost online or something like a myth, even in the city of Houston, where he put in so much work. Now, a lot of us know that a majority of the people that we cover on this channel played the game in the 80s and in the 90s when the game was played totally different. Unlike now, when a nigga could be in the middle of a drug conspiracy and post his antics along with his gains online. Back in these days that we talking about, it's almost like the camera was the enemy. And based on the limited information about Smitty, even photos, it seemed like he lived that code to the core. And in the subject that it seemed like I've been researching for years, it seems like no one talking about his legacy could say exactly where Carl Smitty Smith is from in Houston. But what they do speak on in depthly is how he would go on to make a name for himself in the South Park neighborhood of Houston. And with somebody that seemed like they caused so much terror to the city, it strikes me how much beloved they are decades later. And the picture in my head that gets painted of Smitty is a jack boy that made it to the top of the game. And you would hear the stories or the rumors about him starting off with a Cadillac or him riding around the city in a Benz to him having a Rolls Royce on swingers. And when you start to hear all the stories about him, it'll probably confuse you because you wouldn't even be sure if he was a D-boy or a jack boy. A lot of well-known people that were in the streets and active at that time, one of which being Charlotte Carrington, would explain a story about how he would end up getting into a shootout at a well-known night spot in Houston by the name of Carrington's, a place that another well-known drug dealer by the name of Keith Babin would explain that it was guys like Smitty and himself that would turn that place from a regular old pool hall to a place that people go now, still to this day, to fuck the parking lot up. Now, most of the requests that I got regarding Smitty would speak to an apparent romantic relationship that he would have with Sandy Pepper Denton from the world's famous pioneering women's rap group, Salt and Pepper, with a lot of people alleging that Smitty was actually the father of her son, Love and Hip Hop cast member Tyron Moore, who happened to be born in July of 1990, a time when a lot of people would link the hip hop songstress to this heavyweight coming out of the city of Houston. And I could easily see it being a situation exactly how Keith Babin would explain in his autobiography. When people would go to shop with a guy like Smitty, they would have to be in fear knowing his jackboy reputation. And what seems like a life of mystery that Carl Smitty Smith would live, nothing is really more mysterious than the circumstances surrounding his death, as people that know him and seem to be close to him can't even really pinpoint the time. Now, based on my research, it seemed like it would probably had to occur in between late 1990 and 1992, with one person even saying that it occurred near the 610 loop that would border the South Park neighborhood. And though the information is limited on Carl Smitty Smith through the outcrying of love that he would get through requests, I felt like it would be a misjustice not to give him a spot or cover him on this channel. And in an effort to try to tell y'all who all the big players was in this game, I don't feel like Smitty could have been left out. Now, in the infamous line of Jay-Z, I tell you half the story, the rest you fill it in. Now, anybody that was in the city of Houston, especially at this time, we need y'all in the comment box. Explain to these people exactly who I'm talking about. If y'all in the city now, hearing them stories still bounce off the concrete, y'all definitely get down in the comment box. Y'all make sure y'all hit that red bell and subscribe button right under this video so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. Now, if it's any other legends I missed without a face, y'all let me know, man. Y'all get in the comment box. Y'all let me know what cities I need to go to, what stories I need to tell, what I got wrong, what I missed. Tap in directly, Instagram, Twitter, POP_A_LOT. The city of Houston, we appreciate y'all rolling out the red carpet. It's always a movie when we come through. And per usual, y'all know the rules. I be back faster than I left. Shades Popalot. Salute the almighty MOBB.